Today, we're diving into a topic that's super popular among archery enthusiasts: the differences between compound bows and recurve bows. Whether you're new to archery or have been shooting for years, it's always good to have a clear understanding of how these two types of bows compare. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what sets them apart, their unique advantages, and how to choose the right one for your needs. So let's get started. Welcome to the History of Simple Things, where we delve into the fascinating history behind the little things that shape our world. First, let's talk about the recurve bow. This is probably the type of bow most people picture when they think of archery, thanks to its traditional look and long history. The recurve bow gets its name from the way its tips curve away from the archer when unstrung, giving it that classic shape. Recurve bows are often seen in traditional archery, whether that's in Olympic competitions, hunting, or even historical reenactments. The design is relatively simple: a long, curved piece of wood or synthetic material with a string connecting the ends. This simplicity is part of what makes recurve bows so appealing to many archers. The way a recurve bow works is straightforward. When you draw the bowstring back, the limbs of the bow store energy, and when you release, that energy is transferred to the arrow, sending it flying. The curved tips help store more energy than a straight-limbed bow of the same size, which gives the arrow more speed and power. However, all of the power in a recurve bow comes directly from the strength of the archer. There's no extra mechanical assistance. Now, let's look at the compound bow, which is a more modern invention. Unlike the recurve bow's simple design, compound bows are quite a bit more complex. It uses a system of pulleys, or cams, that help reduce the amount of force you need to hold once you've drawn the string back. This is known as let-off. The compound bow was developed in the 1960s, and since then, it has become incredibly popular for both target shooting and hunting. The reason is simple: efficiency and precision. The cams and cables in a compound bow store energy more effectively than a recurve bow, allowing the archer to hold less draw weight at full draw, which makes it easier to aim for longer periods of time without muscle fatigue. When you pull back the string on a compound bow, the cams start rotating, which increases the tension on the string, but eventually reduces the amount of effort needed to hold the string at full draw. This let-off can range from 65% to 85%, meaning you only hold a fraction of the peak draw weight as you aim, which gives you more control and stability. So now that we've covered the basics, let's talk about the main differences between these two types of bows. First, design and mechanics. The most obvious difference is the design. Recurve bows have a simple traditional structure: one long bow with a single string. Compound bows, on the other hand, have pulleys, or cams, and multiple cables. These components make the compound bow more complex, but also more efficient in terms of energy use. Because recurve bows rely solely on the archer's strength to pull and hold the string, they require more physical effort, especially as the draw weight increases. Compound bows make this process easier thanks to the let-off provided by the cams, which is a huge advantage for archers who want to take their time aiming. Second, power and speed. Both types of bows can be powerful, but compound bows tend to shoot arrows faster and with more force than recurve bows. The mechanical advantage offered by the cam system in a compound bow allows it to store and release energy more efficiently. This means that for the same draw weight, a compound bow will generally deliver more speed and kinetic energy to the arrow compared to a recurve. However, this doesn't mean that recurve bows are weak. They can still pack a punch and are highly effective, especially for hunting smaller game or for use in target archery. It's just that the technology in compound bows gives them a significant boost in power. Third, ease of use. When it comes to ease of use, Compound bows often have the upper hand. The let-off feature allows archers to hold the bow at full draw without as much strain, giving them more time to focus on aiming. This is particularly useful in hunting situations where you might need to hold your shot until the perfect moment. Recurve bows, by contrast, require more physical strength and endurance. The longer you hold the string at full draw, the more your muscles have to work. This can make it harder to aim accurately if you're holding for too long, especially for beginners. Lastly, the maintenance. Recurve bows tend to be easier to maintain. Because of their simple design, there are fewer moving parts, meaning there's less that can go wrong. If your string breaks or frays, it's relatively easy to replace. And other than that, you just need to keep the limbs and riser in good condition. Compound bows require more maintenance due to the cams, cables, and other moving parts. If a string or cable breaks, you'll likely need specialized equipment to fix it, and it's usually not something you can do on your own without experience. Regular tune-ups from a professional may also be necessary to keep everything in working order. So, which bow is better for you? That depends on what you're looking for. If you're into traditional archery and enjoy the physical challenge of shooting without mechanical assistance, a recurve bow might be more up your alley. Recurve bows are also great for beginners who want to develop their foundational skills in archery. On the other hand, if you're looking for precision, speed, and an easier shooting experience, a compound bow is probably the better option. Hunters and target shooters alike appreciate the accuracy and power that a compound bow can provide, and the let-off feature makes it a lot less tiring to shoot over long periods. Another factor to consider is portability. Recurve bows are typically more lightweight and can be broken down into 3 pieces, the riser and 2 limbs, making them easier to transport. Compound bows, due to their mechanical components, are usually bulkier and more challenging to pack away. Both compound and recurve bows have their own unique strengths, and the right choice comes down to your personal preferences and what kind of archery experience you're after. Whether you appreciate the simplicity and tradition of a recurve bow or the power and precision of a compound bow, both are excellent tools for honing your archery skills. So, what's your favorite type of bow? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments as well. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.